Hello, everyone. Today we're going to be starting a new Scholastic News. We're going to be doing this issue here called The Beach of Glass. Before we look at the video, let's take a look at some of the questions that we need to be thinking of as we watch the video. So question 1 says, what is one reason the ocean is important to humans and animals? So right now, I'm connecting my time I've spent at the ocean and thinking why the ocean was important to me as a human. And whenever I was at the ocean, looking at the different animals and why it would be important to them, I'm going to make a text to self-connection with that question. All right, number 2. Why is pollution bad for the ocean? Well, I can think of a couple things off the top of my head, and I'm curious if they mention it during the video. I wonder if I could also pick up something new. Okay, question number 3. What is one way kids can help keep the oceans clean and healthy? And again, I'm thinking of maybe making a text to text self. I remember seeing different books talking about how others keep the oceans clean, or text to world connections. I remember seeing people doing different cleanups and whatnot like that. So that's what connections I'm going to make as I view this video, and I hope you do the same. So let's come back over here, and we're going to watch Save Our Seas.
Save our seas. Oceans are big, blue, and beautiful. They cover most of our planet. But the ocean is more than just a fun place to play. Our oceans are home to thousands of plants and animals. You might see some of them on your trip to the beach. Many others live in deep and hard-to-reach places. And humans eat some of those plants and animals. So the oceans are an important place for us to get food. The oceans also keep the planet from getting too hot or too cold. Ocean waves carry warm water to cold places and cold water to hot places. That keeps our planet's temperature just right. The oceans are important to plants, animals, and people. But the oceans are fragile too. That means they can be easily harmed. So how can we keep them safe? Here are 3 ways you can help. First, watch your trash. Plastic pollution is a huge problem for our oceans. When plastic gets into the water, it breaks into tiny little pieces. Those pieces don't go away. They stay in the ocean for hundreds of years. Animals can eat them and get sick. And who wants to go swimming around a bunch of trash? So clean up after yourself. Don't throw anything in the water, not even food or gum. And try to cut back on how much plastic you use and throw out. Even if you put your trash in a garbage can, it can blow out and end up in the ocean. Look for reusable items instead. Second, let the seashore be. When you're at the beach, you're going to see a lot of cool animals, plants, shells, and rocks. You might want to take one home as a souvenir, but leave it alone. Animals and plants are living things, not toys, and they might need those rocks and shells for homes. Besides, if everyone took a little piece of the beach away, there would be nothing left. If you see something really cool at the seashore, take a photo instead. You can look at that anytime you want. The last way to help is to spread the word. Tell your friends and family that you want to keep the oceans clean and healthy. You can write letters to local leaders or call them to let them know that you think it's important. In some places, you can volunteer with groups to clean up the beach. Tell people why you think the oceans are important, and who knows, they might want to help out too. The oceans are important to every living thing on our planet, so let's work together to keep them healthy. Together, we can save our seas.
Okay, so we just saw that video. So let's go over here now to our watch a video worksheet. Now, if for some reason you do not have this worksheet, it's okay. Get a piece of notebook paper and we'll work on this together. Pulling up. Okay. So read the question number 1 out loud to yourself. Okay. So why do you think the ocean is important to humans and animals? Well, before I can write the answer, I need to restate my question. The question they ask is, what is one reason the ocean is important to humans and animals? We can say, one reason the ocean is important, is important to humans and animals is because, okay, so how can we finish that? Maybe what we want to do is what we want to, or maybe what we want to say is it's important for humans and animals because the ocean is home to many animals. Do you remember them saying that? If you have something different, please go ahead and write that. But I'm going to go ahead and put this one in. One reason the ocean is important to humans and animals is because it is home for many animals. Period. All right. Why is pollution bad for the ocean? So I'm going to restate my question. Pollution is bad for the ocean. Let me extend this. Because, how would you finish that? Pollution is bad for the ocean because, maybe I could say pollution is bad for the ocean because it hurts the animals living in the ocean. So let me go ahead and I'm going to include that. If you came up with something else, please include that. And I can't wait to read it. So I'm going to say pollution is bad for the oceans because it can, instead of saying hurt, maybe I want a juicier word. It can harm ocean animals. Okay, let's look at number 3. What is one way kids can help keep the ocean clean and healthy? Let's restate the question. One way kids can help the ocean, let's see, extend that. One way kids can help the ocean is by, do you remember a way? They listed many, but the big thing that I took away from it is one way kids can help the ocean is by cleaning up, cleaning up their trash before they leave the beach. Cleaning up the beach before leaving. There are many adults that forget to do that when they visit the beach for the day. Another thing I notice is some people who are trying to be good, they will put their stuff in the trash cans, but if the trash cans are full, the wind gets to them and knocks out the garbage, so it ends up back into the ocean. So what we do on the one beach, if you've ever gone to Bear Island, Hammock Beach State Park, they don't have garbage cans there. They tell you whatever you take to the island, you bring it back, and that includes your garbage. So when we go to Hammock Beach, we know to always have an extra container or garbage bag to put our trash in. We bring it back with us when we take the ferry back. And when we get back to Hammock Beach, they have a place for us to dispose of it. So that way it prevents people from leaving their trash on the beach. All right. Were you able to make some text to self connections answering these questions? If you did, I'm so proud of you. You're becoming a reader that thinks. All right. So the next thing I want to do is let's take a look at the vocabulary. Oops, I need to go back and erase this first. Let's see here. Clear. All right, that should be better now. All right. There we go. Let's take a look at our vocabulary words that we are going to be using while reading Beach of Glass.
Sea glass. Pieces of glass that have been worn smooth by the ocean's water and sand.
My husband loves to go to the beach to find really pretty stones or pieces of glass like that. So I'm curious as to why they don't want us to pick those up and take them home. So that'll be something I look forward to learning about.
Souvenirs. Things you keep to remind you of a place you have visited.
When I went to Disney World, and it was the first time I ever went, and I've only gone one time, I was, I think, in my late 30s. So Ashton was tiny. She was in fourth or fifth grade. And I brought back a lot of souvenirs from going there. I had a pair of Mickey Mouse ears. I had Mickey Mouse earrings. Ashton brought back a princess dress and a tiara. I had a pin that said that my very first visit. So all of those would be considered souvenirs. Those are things that remind me of when I went to Disney World. Can you think of a place that you have a souvenir from? All right. That is the end of our lesson today. Tomorrow we will be reading the Scholastic News and we're going to be answering the read and think questions.